Hi guys, Jay Smith here, welcome to the AskGolfNut channel. So everyone loves an old v new. So I've got in my hands, I have a P770, the old one. And I'm going to put it up against the new P770 to see if there's any difference whatsoever. Now remember, the technology in these, the old and new, is basically the same. The new one has a little bit of refined, but effectively they've got the same technology. Taylormade have tried to change the looks a little bit and also the feel. So the P770 new, they're trying to make it sound much nicer. But the difference in looks between this one, arguably the new one has got a slightly smaller top line. This old P770, the top line may be a fraction thicker. The sole is just a little bit more rough around the edges. The new one just looks a little bit nicer. Blade lengths are basically no difference whatsoever. The only difference you can say when it comes to the chrome, on the old one you've got chrome around the back and you've got nothing on the new one. It basically just looks like a blade, even though there's all the tech in the new one. Right, let's go give it a hit. These are 33-degree lofted 7 irons, got the fitting heads here, and I've got a KBS Tour 120 stiff shaft, and I'm going to obviously keep the one for the same one to keep the shafts exactly the same, even though they're not shaft sensitive, so it keeps the people happy. Right, let's go give this one a hit. Down by the golf ball. On that side of things, you could probably put both of them down there, and I wouldn't see too much difference. That's the safe place, definitely on this green. Will it make the carry? Will it make the carry? Just is the answer to that question. Club path is 1 degree across, 0.4 open, 3 mil low, 7 mil toe. So it wasn't the best strike in the world. I felt that definitely. We have a 36 yards in the air, 49 degrees descent angle. So it's actually working quite well. 169 carry. It just made the carry. Just. But feeling, okay, that was slightly low on the face 3 mil and slightly toey, but it just feels a fraction firmer. It's definitely firmer than the new one. I go to this one after hitting the new 770, and you can feel a difference. There is a distinct difference in this older P7. This one just feels a touch firmer. Now, are you going to change if you've got the old P770 into the new one? I mean, that's up to you, but I probably wouldn't. Path was 0.3 across, face was fractionally open, that is it, but good strike, 2 mil toe, 0 mil low, basically 2 mil from perfect, so it's working really well. Still feels firm, you definitely can feel it's slightly more higher pitched than the new one. 39 yards in the air and 50 degrees descent angle. I don't think anyone can complain about how it performs, and I can't really see there'll be any difference in performance between the old and new. Out of the middle, it will basically just do exactly what the new and the old one does. There's no difference. I think there might be a slight difference in miss hits, maybe, because obviously they're trying to move around weight a little bit here. They might add a little bit, take a little bit away. So I will be doing my forgiveness testing where I hit it all over the face, and I'll try and identically, as best as humanly possible, hit them both the same amount wrong, to see if one's more forgiving than the other. But it definitely punchier off the face. But it is good. I mean, you can't complain. That's 2 for 2, really good shots. Really good, but very much so firmer. Path just slightly across, 1 degree across, face is slightly open again, a little cutty delivery. 0 mil heel, 3 mil low, so it was just a very good hit, to be fair. 39 yards in the air and 50 degrees descent angle, 167. So one more, let's just do one more, because it is actually quite fun hitting the old one. It's a bit more punchy, I must admit. We've got the safe side again and slightly toey. That's not going to hit the, oh, I don't know. Does that count? That counts. Although, does it count? Because it's rolling. No, it counts. 1.3 across and 0.2 open. So that's that anti-right. And then 12 mil toe, 2 mil low. So that was not the best strike in the world. 37.5 yards in the air and 49.7 degrees descent angle. Even so, if that would have hit the green to start with, not the green to start with, but if that had hit the green to start with, that would have absolutely stopped. They work well. They work really well. Are they going to work anything worse than the new one? Probably not. The difference is in the looks, absolutely, and the sound. Let's go get the new one on the same shaft and see if there's any looks and feel differences. Okay, we're back now with the new head on the same shaft, KBS Tour 120 stiff, just in case you didn't get it the first time. The looks are slightly different from the fact that this is a It's not a chrome, it's like a brushed chrome. So there's a little bit more shine to this one. Taylormade also saying they've tried to mess around with the feel a little bit because they want this to feel a little bit more down the CB route than the P790. Remember, these are hollow bodied. Not easy necessarily to keep the noise down, the impact noise down, but then again, this is one of the smallest hollow bodied irons I've ever seen. Again, down by the golf ball, I can't really tell much difference at all between the two. Oh, that's a nice toe to start with. That was unfair of the golf. Wow, you know what, that's done really well. Now that was a really bad hit. Half is 0.3, face is 0.4 closed, 14 mil toe, 2 mil low. That's not good at all. I mean, I could feel that straight away. 1.32 efficiency. That's really good. 37 yards in the air and 50 degrees ascent. That's, wow. Now this is not going to be mental forgiving. It's not. It's going to be, this is down the players. Again, Taylormade have kind of made a new bracket. Generally speaking, when you look at other manufacturers' ranges, they go player's distance, then the player's cavity, where this one, because it's a kind of merged version of both, I think it's a really good idea. I'm just not expecting that. That's impressive. Have they made a difference? That'll be fun. I'll miss-hit them equal amounts to see how much difference they had, but that's encouraging to start with. Now that's going to be a pushy one, but you can feel the difference. Oh, is it going to bite a piece? Is it going to, oh, no. Path is 0.6 from the inside, face is open by 1.4. There you go, that's my fault. 7 mil toe, so just slightly toey, but not bad whatsoever. Efficiency is 1.33, 39 yards in the air, 51 degrees ascent angle, so working very, very well. Feel-wise, yeah, you can definitely feel there is a softer punch to this, whereas it's a little bit higher pitched on the old P770. Does that make a difference? Some people care, some people don't about feel. And if you don't care about feel, just ignore what I'm saying. But if you do, there you go. Would I change my old ones for these ones? Personally, no, I wouldn't. But I mean, that is horrific. That is low heel and it's on the green. Yeah, that's not great. It's still going. Path is 0.3 from the inside, face is open by 1.5, not good whatsoever. 7 mil heel, 7 mil low. I could feel that straight away. 1.30 efficiency is not bad considering that was not feeling nice. 36 yards in the air and 50 degrees descent angle, 160. Lost a few yards, but not much at all. And from that strike, low heel on the golf club is never good. It's never good. And that actually worked very, very well. I do like these. I do like these. Right, one last one, and then I'm going to go hit them all over the face to see which one works best out of the two. But yeah, they just, oh, you can't complain. Really can't. Just doing so well. Path 0, face basically 0, 5 mil toe, that's it. I mean, it strikes really not bad whatsoever. 1.34 efficiency, that's not far off maxing out. On one of these golf clubs, remember it's 30 degrees, 33 degrees aloft, so delivering 29.5, but peak height 38.5 yards in the air, over 50 degrees descent angle. This thing just works. Now again, would I say to go and buy a set if you are already a P770 previous version user? No, unless you want something new, unless you want something that's going to feel slightly different and possibly be a bit more forgiving, then yeah, but that's a lot of money for just one. Again, if you've got golf clubs 6, 7, 8 years, 10 years old, well, absolutely, definitely. Right, let's go get these, whack them all over the face, equally amounts as best as a human can. Let's go see how forgiving both of them are and which one out of the two is more forgiving than the other. All shots hit now with the old P770 against the new P770. I haven't hit them at my normal 3 different swing speeds like I normally do in a review because it would take forever, and if there are going to be differences between two heads, the faster you swing, the more magnified that difference will be. And so again, when you see the information, you'll understand why there's no point doing it at 3 different swing speeds. There is some differences between forgiveness though, and we'll do that one just after doing this. On the screen you can see there, we've got the ball data first, we'll do the club head data in a little bit, but we've got a ball speed advantage of 1 mile an hour to that of the new P770. Again, we'll look at the club head data in a sec. Launch angles within 0.3 of a degree, so basically exactly the same, well within standard deviation, no different to the total spin. We are 190 or so RPM advantage to that of the new P770, but well within standard deviation, and we are talking 168 to 167. 1 yard gain. Okay, 1 mile an hour more ball speed, but there you go. Peak height's 38 and 38, and descent angles, yeah. Basically, they are identical within very small tolerances. I'm a human, remember. So club head speed, 89.3 to 89. So I swung the new P770 0.3 of a mile an hour faster. Hence why the 1 mile an hour faster. It's because I swung a little bit faster. The efficiency is 1.34 to 1.33. Basically identical, but the tiniest sort of advantage goes to the brand new P770. We are talking a tiny within standard deviation. It's such a small amount, but it's there anyway. Attack angles within 0.1 of a degree. Club path is basically bang on. Face to paths within 0.4. I've done a decent job of trying to match delivery between all of these data sets. Lofts within 0.1 of a degree, and strike, there you go. So within reason, everything is exact. They are the exact same golf club. No difference in performance whatsoever. And if you look over at the ball and club compare screen, I think you'd agree it's basically exactly the same. There is no difference between these golf clubs. However, what happens when you whack them all around the face in some weird and wonderful spots? Remember, these are the P770s. They are the player's side, yes, but they do have all the help, all that lovely help you're going to get from tungsten and hollow body designs and speed slots at the bottom and all that lot. So what differences have Taylormade done with the new one against the old? We already know they look slightly different, and that's arguable if it's better or not. And then they feel slightly different, the new one being slightly softer. Again, that's arguable if that's good or not, depends on what you like. So let's go have a look at the new P770 right out of the screws within 4mm, 4mm toe, 0mm high. We've got a path 1.3 from the inside and a face slightly closer, 1.4. Little baby draw, 29.6 degrees aloft and 1.34 efficiency. 1.34. If you go to the old P770, we've got 1mm high, 0mm toe, so a fraction better strike, but we are talking tiny. Face and path are very 0-0, and we have loft of about 0.6 of a degree less than that of the P770 new one. Efficiency goes 1.35. Okay, if you talk about the strike, slight differences, and you talk about the slight less loft on this one, like for like, they're going to be basically exactly the same. 1.34, 1.34, like for like, no difference out of the middle at all. Not surprised. It shoe that in the information that we've just been speaking about. What happens though when you move away? Let's go 12mm heel, 4mm low on the new P770. We have a path and face very 0-0, loft of 28 degrees, 1.30. If you go the old P770, not nearly the same strike, 12mm heel, 2mm high, rather than 12mm heel, 4mm low. So arguably the new and slightly worse strike than the old. Path, face, very, very good. Loft, 28.5 degrees against 28.5 degrees, basically no difference there. And we are 1.29. So 0.01 better, the new one is on heel strikes. Okay, are you going to notice 0.01 or 0.015 with the strike difference? I don't know. Over a season maybe, if you are an habitual heel striker. Again, if you're going to be hitting shots from 12mm heel as a constant normal, if you hit a slightly heely one, that's a hosel rocket. So if you are absolutely hitting shots out of the heel as a normal, I'd be getting that changed. But it does really well at heel, slight advantage to that of the new P770. Let's go low on the face. 6mm toe, 10mm low. Slightly low toe, but very, very good on that one. Nice and low. Face is 0, 0.3 to a path slightly from the inside. That's why it's gone a little push out to the right. 29.7 degrees of loft. So if you go to a P770 of old, we have an 11mm toe, 3mm low. So fractionally better by a very small amount, only a couple mil or so. We do have slightly less loft on this one, 28.1 degrees rather than 29.7 of the new. So it will be more efficient anyway from lower loft delivered on this old P770. Again, half slightly from the inside, 1.6, and the face is 0. No different to that of the previous one, really. It's basically exactly the same. And we are talking about 1.28 as opposed to 1.30. So if you add the fact that this old P770 was delivered less loft, which is always more efficient, that would be, if you had to make the adjustment, you're either going to be putting the old P770 down to 1.27, or you'd have to put the efficiency of the new P770 up to 1.31. Basically winning new P770. Remember, they have refined the technology which is already currently in there. They haven't completely chucked everything away and redone everything from the ground upwards. This is a slightly better version of the previous one. However, at the moment, I would say out the middle, they both do exactly the same. Although when it comes to forgiveness-wise, the new P770 is actually winning slightly. Let's go slightly toe now. 15mm toe, 1mm high on the new P770. Face and path of very 00 loft is at 30 degrees. 1.30 efficiency. If you then go do a 14mm toe, 0mm, so a marginally better strike by 2mm, that's it, no difference there whatsoever, and a loft of 29 degrees rather than 30 degrees, so 1.3 degrees less loft on the old one. Face is open rather than face closed, so that might be an interesting one, and we are talking about 1.30, 1.30. So on that one, it's going to be a marginal thing, but because of the face being open on one and then closed on the other, even though the face loft wins all day long, you've got 1.3 more loft, I would still say, because the new one struck with a slightly worse strike, slightly more loft, it's marginal. If you've got an old P770, are you going to throw it away on the basis of it looks fractionally different, it feels fractionally different, it performs basically exactly the same out the middle, but it's fractionally better off of all different types of mishits? I would say no. I wouldn't be doing that unless you want every single one of those things ticking the box and you have got money that's burning holes in your pockets. So then, of course, do what you feel is right. Personally, I wouldn't. I would definitely be waiting probably another model, but it does go to show, absolutely, as a conclusion to this, that what Taylormade are doing, Taylormade are listening to the people that they want this and they want that, so they're refining model to model. They are making differences to the golf club. They know they can only make the face a certain amount of speed through the middle, but what they can do is move and increase and change and take away inside the head, the technology inside the head, to try and make it a little bit more forgiving when you don't hit the middle. And as golf, very much so, is a measure of your misses rather than how good your good ones are, because your good ones are always good. Having technology or having the change from model to model, as long as it's going in the right direction of pointing and pushing forgiveness from this kind of style of head. Remember, this is not a big head, but it's providing an amazing and surprisingly good amount of forgiveness considering its size. Taylormade, you've done a very, very good job tweaking the already very good old P770 to the new P770 version. So hope you liked the video. If you did, go on, thumbs up, like button down there. YouTube likes, so do I. Down there also is a subscribe button. It's a very important button because it's the most important one, because it's free and it is great for the channel if you could subscribe, so thank you. And next to that one is a bell icon. That's a notification bell. If you click that one, that will notify you next time I upload another video. Hope you're well. We'll see you again soon.